Hey everybody, HMV here, playing more Factorio, and we are working on our factory here in episode 3. We basically maxing out our local iron. That's how we start here. We need iron, and we need it fast, and we need it hard. we need more iron than we have, basically, and that's what I'm going to be fixing this episode mostly. Coal's fine right now, and you notice that I'm low on power as well. There's plenty of coal up in the furnaces up there in the steam engines. So I obviously need more steam engines, and I also need to start working on trains this episode. I don't really have room on the minibus for trains, mostly because they take steel. But I'm gonna fiddle and figure out how to get steel. I also need to finish the minibus. But making boilers here. I'm actually making all the ancillary or the ingredients for boilers and steam engines. I have them on my minibus, but I haven't gotten to that point yet, so I can't actually use it right now. I want to double my power output right now. It's to the point where I kind of want to get enough so that I don't have to worry about it for a little while, because I'm going to be really expanding my base a lot. It is nice to have the basic stuff on the bus that you can just run by and grab. It'll be better when I don't have to do that and it's doing it all itself. But for right now, I need to help it along. I have no idea why I picked that up off the line there. I don't think I knew at the time why I did it. But here we go. I'm setting this up, and you'll notice I'm leave a space in here. That way I can, I'm taking these power poles out. I can put a power pole in between there, and you notice that it gets power supplied to every furnace. Power is getting sucked out of now into the factory. And so now we've doubled our power. We should be fine. We need more miners. And here, that's my first. You see that X there? That's the what the heck mod is that? Auto Deconstruct mod. So I moved the coal miners because that coal miner ran out, and I could tell because it had an X on it. And then I turned on BlueBuild Auto Deconstruct. So if I'm near enough to the miners when they run out, or after they've run out, it'll automatically deconstruct them now for me, which is nice. Quality of life. What are you gonna do? It's basically replacing the need for robots early game. It doesn't replace robots because it's slow and you have to stand still, but it makes it so you don't have to do a lot of running around. And you notice I'm still low on coal, so I'm like, well, 4 isn't enough. Let's go ahead and make 6. Let's get 6 miners going and power them up, and that should be enough coal production right now to keep us going. And I'm also just stuffing coal in the furnaces just to keep the power going. And we're not as good off as I wanted us to be when we did that, but it should be good enough for now. I also, here's where I finally noticed that I don't need science on the bus, so I just took that science thing out. What am I doing now? Yeah, the auto deconstruct's really nice. I really like it. It's whenever a miner runs out of stuff to mine, it just puts an X on it, or it doesn't put an X on it. It marks it for deconstruction. So if you have robots, they'll go pick it up. If you have the auto deconstruct mod, it'll clear them if you're close enough. And obviously, if you don't have either of those, you can just run up to it yourself and deconstruct it. It's pretty sweet. I like it. So here we finally finished the minibus, at least up to the point where we are. So I decide now it's time to really get into trains. So we need to cut the iron off of science for now, because rail signals is the last thing we need, and we have enough science queued up waiting to do rail signals. So I just cut off the iron supply to the science. So A, we don't research anymore and waste that iron, and B, because I want to use that iron to make steel. And so I'm just setting up a really quick, and as always, temporary array here of furnaces to get the steel going. We got coal on the top, iron on the bottom, and this, of course, is gonna pull out of the supply for the furnaces. But you don't need that much coal for a small array of furnaces. So I'm not that concerned about steam suffering too poorly from it. And now we have steel. So let's now go down, and we're going to need some more factories because we need to build our rails and all of our stuff. We need to build engines for the locomotives. We're going to have to build train stations, signals, things like that. But mostly we need as many rails as we can get. We're going to need, so I'm setting up this box here to just throw a bunch of stone in because we need to we need a lot of stone, but I don't want to deal with with moving it around right now. I probably could have, and I probably should have, considering this is the laziest bastard achievement, but I didn't. What are you going to do? Then next to that, I'm going to put the engines down. And you need 20 for a locomotive. They take a while to make, so you want to get them started as soon as you start thinking about laying down rail lines, so that by the time you want a locomotive, you already have the engines. And you're not waiting for the engines to be done. So I'm just setting everything up here. We need a box to put them in, and then we need to run some steel over here to supply it. And then now it's chugging away and making engines. So yay, good for it. And for now, I'm just going to make the locomotive in the assembler 3 when I need it, because I really only need like one locomotive right now for the eventual iron mine. That coal mine is kind of slow, so probably my next thing to do would be a coal mine. But that's 2 locomotives, so there's no sense dedicating a factory to making 2 locomotives. That said, I decided to make a factory. Here's the cut and paste mod. This is a mod I don't use very often, but when I use it, I love it. It allows me to quickly copy a factory, place it somewhere else, and then it sets up that factory for deconstruct and makes a new one for construction. Then boom, you just have it just moves it, and it's really nice. It's beautiful, especially with the BlueBuild mod. And then here I set up engines, and I realized I don't want engines here. I actually just had a brain fart. I want cargo wagons. So I set up cargo wagons here. It's basically the same ingredients, but I just like, I don't know, I had a brain fart, like I said. So I do want the factory to make those, because it's nice because the factory makes them, and it makes 2, and as long as you don't take them out. And my trains are all going to be single-headed 2-wagon trains. Yeah, so this is ugly. But you know, it's the temporary station. So now I need signals, and I need train stations. So I need one more blue factory here for the chain signals, and then we're ready to go. We have everything we need to make a rail line. And then I realized that before I make my rail line, I'm gonna have to make a some military supplies here. I need more bullets, and I need some turrets in order to get excuse me, the ability to go down there and take out those nests. So here I'm setting up my last two things. This one is just some like that's the power supply stuff, and then right after that is the military wing. And of course, I'm so starved for iron that iron's never going to make it down here. It's like I would need to let this thing run for like an hour for everything to fill up before iron comes down there. So that's going to be a problem, but there's not much I can do about it right now, except for here I'm turning all the arms sideways on these things. So anything I don't need at all, I'm turning the arms sideways so that the iron has a bigger chance to make it down to this area here where we're going to be making military stuff. But as it is, we're really sucking the iron down. That's just the way this kind of thing works. Let's see, we have the, I think we have the these now. So yeah, I just made a locomotive, I believe, and now I'm deciding where I want to go. Do I want the iron there or the iron there? And I decide I want the iron to the south, because there's less biters down there. There's only 2 bases in the way, and then one off to the side. Whereas the other one has 3 bases that I have to take out in order to get to it. Even though the resources are better off to the right there, the getting is easier. And I think if I remember correctly, that iron patch to the south is actually it's a better iron patch. It's like 3-point-some million, whereas the other one was like not even 1 million. The one nice thing about the one on the right is it's right next to a copper patch, so it might be where I end up making if I want to go the electric furnace route, it might be where I end up making circuits. So we'll see how that goes. Also, the radar. You'll notice the radar is bigger. You'll also notice I've researched some radar upgrades. That's because of the Big Brother mod. I do not think the radars in the game are strong enough, and they never upgrade. So I really like the Big Brother mod. It might be a little OP, but it does. Every upgrade makes your radars take extra power. So I figure, hey, it's a trade-off, and that's what the game's about. The game to me isn't about. It's about being OP and the challenges of utilizing that OP-ness to make an awesome factory, not fighting fighters. But anyway, so I'm making some. What am I making here? I don't even know. Oh, I'm making turrets. I'm manually making some turrets here, and I need to stuff iron into the ammo factory if I haven't done it already. I don't remember. I wrote on my notes that I did that, and I think I have already done it, because no, I haven't already done it. So, and I got my gun already. Yeah, I got my gun, but I haven't thrown away my pistol yet. And yeah, I don't think that the biters are going to be all that bad on the beginning, but I do want the better gun, like the machine gun, and I want enough turrets that I can turret creep down there and take them out. And I also want, obviously, the ammo that's that I'm going to be making. Oh yeah, I actually made my own factory. That's what I did. I made that assembly 3 make ammo and then dump it in that chest so I can go take the biters out. But yeah, and then coming up here, I think I'm going to cut the power out of the science labs to so that's because they're not being used. So why like idle factories? I don't know if you know this in Factorio, but the idle any idle buildings actually still take power. So I decided to cut the power, and that's when I realized that the power to the entire base goes through there. So I like to have redundant power lines. So I cut these so that's all gone, and then everything else has power to it. It means that I've lost my redundancy yet again. But when I rehook up the science, then I'll have redundancy there. So that's nice. And I think we're about ready to head out. So we decided we're going south, and we've got that first biter base. And we're going to need rails going south, and we're going to need power lines. And I'm just bringing some small amounts of things. I've dumped off all my inventory though, in case I die, because you respawn now. You don't just reload your old save. You respawn. So I don't want to die with all my stuff down there. So I just give myself the basics that I need, and the autofill mod does not fill out of your quick bar or your ammo. So I think if I had put ammo in my regular inventory, it would have quick filled these turrets. I haven't tried it again yet, but I think that if I do that, then the turrets will autofill themselves. The problem is whenever you pick up ammo, it goes into your ammo or into your into your little ammo slot over there. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. I wish that it was a little less hokey, I guess. But we cleared out our first biter base, which is nice. And I really used up a lot of ammo taking out those 3 biters. So I decided I need more. So I come up here and I grab 120. That's pretty awesome. So that should definitely get us through the next base, and maybe even the side one, depending on what that base looks like. But let's see. And then I start laying my rails. Yes, the whole purpose of this is lay rails. Now watch this. I'm gonna go into ghost lay mode, and I'm holding down shift to go right through those trees, and then the BlueBuild mod is gonna just deconstruct those trees as soon as I go back up there and I'm standing still, which is really awesome. That means it's gonna be very easy to make a rail line through the trees without cutting down too many trees, which is gonna help keep pollution down, which is always nice. And I brought a radar here, and I think I actually already put the radar down, or maybe I didn't. No, I didn't. There's the radar. So now I can see everything. I can see that there are 5 biter bases and 3 worms down there, so that's kind of scary. I'm going to protect this radar with one of my turrets, and I only give it 10 ammo just to make sure that it can hold its own. And the early worms, turrets can take them out without them shooting the turrets, but you have to be I'm sorry, they have the exact same range as turrets, I should say. So you can always take out the bases around them as long as you place them perfectly, unless they're actually, like in this situation, they're kind of in the middle of the base. But if there was like a worm to the north of those bases, I'd have to take that worm out before I could get to that base on the upper left there. But anyway. So my first goal is to take out all the biter bases so that they stop spawning, and also because they're on the outside, it makes it a little bit easier. So I'm placing them so that they don't aggro the worms. The worms are mad, but they're not able to shoot from here. So and then I decide I'm just going to take this base down because it's annoying. And then it's really hard here to get in the right spot, but I'm able to stand here and shoot this thing, so I just do it, taking out each biter as he runs up, and then the worms are really hitting me hard, and I need to regroup and think about what I'm going to do here, because I've got 28 ammo, so I was wrong about the amount of ammo I need, so I decide that it's time to lay my track down, put my locomotive on the thing, and then I'm going to ride the train back. Because, hey, that's that's the way it works. So here I am. I'm just driving forward until the train stops, and then I'm letting the BlueBuild mod delete all the trees and lay the rails for me, and then boom, I'm done and I'm good, and I can come back up here. Now we have a ton more ammo. I had 200 ammo. I think that's as much as the thing will hold. So then we take the train back down here, and then we are ready to take on these biters, or these worms, I should say. And of course, it's pitch black. It's annoying. What are you going to do? It's night in the game. That's the way it works. That's why they have night vision. I placed that pole there to see if the worms will aggro on it, because I know they didn't used to, but you never know with a new build what will happen or what won't. I was hoping that I could place something down that they would shoot at, then I could place the turrets down, but I can't. So I decided, let's just do it. Let's place the turrets down. Let's put the ammo in them. They blow up the turret with the least amount of ammo, which is really nice. They could have taken 200 of my ammo out, but instead they took like 30 some ammo, which is nice. I don't like losing ammo, especially when it's when all it takes is iron. So I clear the first wave of biters from here. You notice this is a pretty small base. It's got 2 spawners and a worm, so it's really nothing to worry about too much. I'm creeping the turrets forward just enough so that they can shoot at that base without aggroing the worm, and then doing the same thing here. That's shooting the base. I would love to go up and just kill that worm, but I'm not strong enough. I would need armor-piercing ammo even for the early worms to feel comfortable doing it myself. So I do this really quick, and he aggroes on the turrets, and I'm able to get in there and do some shooting myself. And hey, free rock, right? Might as well take it. We earned that rock. But anyway, they now I own this area though, so that's nice. The iron is all mine. The iron mine is mine. That's about to be mine. So I need to clear out some of these trees, and then I can place down some miners. I only have 1 miner with me right now, so it's not that I'm not going to get that much going at this moment. But I just kind of want to stake my claim and figure out where I'm going to put things, and get the miner going. But we need to set up a station, and I realize here that I built a station for loading a train, and using yellow belts and all that stuff, everything I have, and somehow I deleted that blueprint, and it annoys me. I still have it, I think, for red, so I can place my red one down and pretty easily change it to yellow, and then recreate the blueprint. So it's not that big of a deal, but it's kind of annoying. And then here I'm just making a quick turnaround. This, as everything in this game so far has been, is temporary. I do not plan on this being the iron station. I have plans on how to make a kind of modular almost station that allows me to have extra stations to pick up more, because I have a feeling I'm going to have lots of trains coming down here to pick up iron to take it to different places in the factory, or at least up to here to smelt, and then that's going to be taken different places in the factory. So then I quickly make the drop-off station, or at least start the drop-off station. And that's though going to happen next time. We're basically done here. We've staked our claim on this entire area of the continent. We have we've kind of secured iron, although we haven't started collecting it yet, and we have many problems to come, I'm sure. I though hope you enjoyed watching this. I definitely enjoyed playing it. I'm HMV, and I will, as always, talk at you later.